Hey all. So if you have ever traveled with the wrong bag, and you know what I mean by the wrong bag, it's heavy, it's awkward, the straps dig in, it is sweaty, then you know how fast it can ruin a really good travel day. So today we are testing out some minimalist travel bags for you. This is the Elements travel backpack from ALPAKA, and this is their 4-liter flow satchel, also from ALPAKA. So we have taken these on the road with us to a different province, to cafes, around town to farmers markets, and out in the mountains, and we will tell you what we thought. So come along with us. Hello, kitty. As we check them out. The Flow Satchel is a really minimalist but surprisingly roomy bit of gear. You've got one main compartment that opens with a smooth waterproof zipper, and it swallows way more than you'd expect. I've carried my Kindle, a notebook, phone, and still had plenty of place for snacks and all other kinds of assorted goodies in it. Inside, there are a couple of slip pockets that keep smaller things like your phone or wallet from sinking to the bottom. I like that they're just the right size, not so big that things slide around, and not so small that you can't get your fingers in there. On the outside, there's a quick access front pocket for things you want to grab on the go, like lip balm, keys, transit card, a passport. It's all secured with hardware that feels solid and opens easily. On the top, there's a really lovely quick release for the strap and a lot of adjustments. It's the bag I reach for when I don't know what the day is going to bring for me, because it carries the essentials without tempting me to overpack with everything that I own. The Elements Travel Backpack is one of those bags that feels bigger on the inside than it looks on the outside, kind of like the TARDIS. You've got this main clamshell compartment that opens all the way up, kind of like a suitcase, so you can pack it flat and see everything at once. And I'm a big fan of that for travel, because you're not digging around, hoping the thing you need is at the top. There's plenty of room for keeping bigger things like clothes or packing cubes, plus plenty of space for chargers and cables, as well as a nice, roomy, padded laptop sleeve. There are also smaller pockets tucked in, perfect for things you want access to without having to open the whole bag. Kind of think snacks, a small camera, your sunglasses. The front pocket has plenty of room for quick grab and goes, like a Kindle, notebooks, headphones, all those little essentials that you really kind of need when you're on the go. And the water bottle pocket on the side, it's deep enough that you're not worried it's going to fall out the second you lean over. There's even a little strap that hooks it in. So it's the kind of layout that makes you feel organized even before you start packing. It also comes with the padded waist belt, which honestly was a bit of a bother to put on the first time. But once it's in place, it's great for stability. It shifts some of the weight down to your hips instead of loading it all on your shoulders, which makes a really big difference if you're carrying it for hours. I wouldn't use it probably for a quick coffee run, but for longer walks or travel days, it's well worth having. These bags also joined me on a recent trip across Alberta and through the airport, and honestly, they handled both like pros. The Flow Satchel came along for a hike at Horseshoe Canyon in Drumheller. Light, low profile, and just big enough for my essentials and water. The Elements backpack worked perfectly in the airport. It was easy to carry through security and held everything I needed to use as a personal item for the flight. One thing I really appreciated, the compartment in the front of the backpack. I could grab my passport and boarding pass in seconds without digging through everything else. And even after a full travel day, the bag still looked polished. No sagging, no digging straps, just reliable, stylish. The backpack doesn't scream, "I'm a tourist," which is a real win. It's minimal and modern enough to wear anywhere. The padded straps are surprisingly comfy, even when it's loaded. And the satchel is great when you want to travel light. Brought it along for a quick cafe stop and run to the fruit market. Super easy to wear crossbody and access on the go. Next, we hit the trail. The Elements backpack transitions really easily to the outdoors. It's not a hardcore hiking pack that you would take up a mountainside in Patagonia. I mean, you could, but for a quick hike up a local trail or a weekend camping trip, it's totally solid. We've tested a lot of travel bags over the years, and most fall into two camps. Either they look really great, but they will not hold up on the road, or they're ultra functional, but they feel heavy, bulky, stiff, or really just not stylish enough for city use. What really impressed me about the ALPAKA bags is that they don't force you to choose. They feel durable, they look refined and stylish, and they're clearly built for real life, not just for product photos. There are no weird flashy logos, no rattly loud zippers, and no features that get in the way more than they help. They strike a really nice balance that's kind of rare, honestly. Rugged and polished, functional and minimalist. So here's our honest take, now that we've lived with both the Elements travel backpack and the Flow Satchel for a month. The backpack is sturdy. I've thrown it on gravel, set it down on wet benches, and stuffed it way fuller than it should be. And it still looks brand new. Stitching is tight and even, no loose threads anywhere. The straps are comfortable for a full day, although in warmer weather you'll still have a bit of that sweaty back thing, but I think that's true of any backpack. The waterproof zippers do their job, and the fabric is really nicely water resistant. It's so light rain isn't a problem. The front clasp is comfortable, both for Charles and I. And while the waist belt adds stability, it does take a bit of fiddling to set it up the first time. The Flow Satchel is minimalist, but with enough room for my essentials. I've used it for everything from quick coffee runs to hikes, and the crossbody style makes it really easy to keep close in crowded spaces. Charles really loves the Flow Satchel. I think that's going to end up being his. The magnetic closure is quick to use, and inside there's a really handy magnetic key clip. So you just slide your keys on, snap back in place, and you'll never be digging around at the bottom of your bag again. The strap connection hardware is also well designed. It clips on and off smoothly and feels really secure, but it's still quick to adjust or remove if you need to. Like the backpack, it's showing zero signs of wear so far. They're not the cheapest bags out there, but both feel like buy once and use for years kind of investments. So they're not for everybody, but if you want something you can take from the trail to the city to the airport without blinking, and that's also stylish and functional, these just might be it. So who are these ALPAKA bags for? If you're someone who works remotely, loves weekend trips, or just wants one bag to do it all, the combo here is super versatile. Students, digital nomads, minimalist travelers, even weekend warriors, I think they were clearly built with you in mind. After a month of using both of these ALPAKA bags daily, here's my verdict. I think they're reliable, functional, they look good in a lot of situations, from the airport to on a local trail to around town. If you're interested to find out more, check the description for pricing, links, details, all that good stuff. And let us know, what do you like in travel gear? Put that in the comments too. I'll see you later. Catch you on the road.